Hi everybody, today we're going to have a look at some really stupid things that Americans say. So let's crack on and let's have a bit of a giggle, shall we?
I'm gonna do this video in English because it's so hilarious and I just want people to know, because ironically not many Americans know this. So I went to high school in Florida. When I first got there, Latina, Hispanic, I don't remember if I was in a classroom or at lunch. I think it was before the class started in a classroom. And to some people, even though my English can be okay, gringos can tell I'm a foreigner. Oops. So this white girl that was in front of me, she heard me talking to somebody and she asked where I was from. So I said, oh, I'm from Puerto Rico. And then she went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Why? It must have been so harsh for you to get here as an immigrant. Not the colonizer not knowing they colonized me. No, I'm an U.S. citizen since 1917 because Puerto Rico was invaded by the U.S. in 1898. But Puerto Rico is not in America. Diablo, que tipa más bestia, holy shit.
There you go, it just shows you that some Americans, not only do they have no clue about the rest of the world, they have no clue about their own frigging country. Can you believe it? I don't know. At least I know my way around the UK. I know it's not as big as the United States, but when it comes to some of these people, I think I know more about the States than they do. I really do. Right, let's have a look what this next one's going to tell us. This is probably going to be another bit of a giggle.
When I was last in America, this guy was like, hey man, where's your accent from? And I was like, oh, I'm British. And then he was like, British? It sounds more like Scottish or something.
How would you know what Scottish sounds like?
English. It's not Scottish. Second, Scotland is in Great Britain, so a Scottish accent is a British accent anyway.
So I'm American, obviously, but I got a story for you. This one time, I was at an audition in Nashville, and I was sitting next to this pretty blonde girl. I asked her where she was from, and she said, I'm from Alabama. How about you? Nice. I'm from Oklahoma. Huh? I'm from Oklahoma? What is that? Excuse me? What is that? What is it? It's a state. Like in the United States.
Like in the United States.
In the United States of America. I've never heard of that. You've never heard of Oklahoma?
I'm English and I've heard of it.
That? It's like right in the middle of the country. Like right above Texas, you know? Huh? So it's next to California? That is...
Really? Next to California? Even I know it's not. Nowhere near.
100% a true story.
See, it looks like Americans don't even know their own bloody country. Never mind about the rest of the world. In a future video, we're going to have a look at some Americans trying to say where Europe is and what countries are in Europe and South America and where's Australia and things like that. Bound to be a bit of a giggle, I'm telling you. Right, let's have a look at this next video, shall we?
Canadian here. Right after I moved to America, I went to the Social Security office so that I could apply for a Social Security number so that I could work in America. I went up to the little kiosk and I punched in that I was applying for my very first Social Security number. And the man who was working there said, excuse me, ma'am, you're going to want to punch in that you're applying for a replacement card, not a new number. And I said, no, sir, I don't have a Social Security number. I am applying for the first time. And he said, and you're an American? And I said, no, sir, I actually just moved here from Canada just a couple of weeks ago. And he said this. Ma'am, I have to say, your English is amazing. Yeah.
What language does you think they speak in Canada? Honestly, some of these people never cease to amaze me. They're absolutely... They're beyond words. They're beyond words. I can't describe them. Right, let's have a look at this next video. I ain't got a jar of glue what they're going to say, but I'm sure it's going to be something really, really interesting. Let's have a look.
After learning my name, people like to ask me where I'm from. And I tell them, I'm from Czech Republic. And then they ask what I speak. And so I tell them, I speak Czech. And then they ask me, oh, so you speak Russian? So are you Russian? Czechoslovakia, that's a part of Russia. So you're Russian. So you grew up in the USSR. You're Russian. Do you speak Russian? Do you speak Russian? Do you speak Russian? Do you speak Russian?
Do you speak Russian?
Говоришь по-русски. Oh yeah, that's right. You must be Russian. No, I'm not.
I'm from
Wrong
Czechoslovakia.
country, wrong language, and the wrong country.
So just because they've got a foreign accent and they're Eastern European, it looks like they've got to be Russian. I don't know. Some absolute crazy people in there.
So I'm gonna just preface this and say I'm from Canada, right? And the one time I ever went to Los Angeles, California, I was somewhere around Santa Monica Beach with my family, and I went to a skate shop and I bought myself a skate deck. And when I told the dude who was working there, who sold me the deck, when I told him I was Canadian, his response, like his mouth dropped and he was like, "You can skateboard in snow?" And I laughed and said, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, it's a frozen wasteland there, isn't it?" And it's like, "No, it's sunny, and like there's only snow for 85% of the year. The other 15%, you can skateboard like nothing, right?" And he's like, "Oh, well, if it isn't snowy all the time, how do you live in the igloos?"
How do you live in the igloos? Oh dear. Honestly, embarrassing. They are so embarrassing. They're embarrassing themselves more than anything, aren't they? I don't know.
I'm not lying at all.
Canada is the country right next door to the United States, and they know nothing about, in fact, well, I don't know why I'm gobsmacked, because they know nothing about their own bloody country, never mind about the country next door. I bet a large percentage of it, I will put my teeth in, I bet a large percentage of them don't even know what the capital of USA is. It's, I don't know. Somebody tell them it's Washington, D.C., will you? They're obviously confused because they've got Washington, D.C. on the East Coast and Washington State on the West Coast. And they must find that really, really, really confusing. Right, let's have a look at this next video, shall we?
So I'm from Germany, but I've lived in Switzerland for my entire life until 2015 when my family moved to the US. And I spent 2 years living there, so I've heard a lot of dumb shit, but here's the worst of it. So one time I was with a group of people and I was on the phone with my friend in Germany, and when we hung up, I said, "Good night, sleep well." And this guy is like, so he goes, "Why is she going to bed? It's like 3 p.m. And so I had to explain that because she's in Germany, she's 6 hours ahead because of time zones. And he looks really confused, like, and then
They have no idea of time zones either. They don't know about the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. That when it's summer in the United States, it's winter in Australia and South America. They've no idea, absolutely no idea. Anyway, let's see what else she's got to say.
he asked me if Germany is 6 hours ahead, why did nobody ever warn them about 9/11 happening? This guy literally thought that time zones meant that you could time travel.
Time travel. It's been invented by Americans. Why didn't they warn them about 9/11 if they're that far in front? Honestly, they've got the IQ of a hole in a donut, some of these people. They really, really have. Right, let's crack on. It's cracking me up, this. I don't know about crack on.
Once I was sitting in a bar in Atlanta, and this man kept calling me an Arab. And, like, I didn't know what an Arab was, because Americans can't pronounce shit, man. And so, like, I was just staring at him, like, what is this dude saying? And I was like, I don't understand your accent. And my American friend said to me, he's calling you an Arab. And I was like, oh. And I turned around and I went, dude, no, I'm Pakistani. This one isn't about me being brown. This one is about me being English. So I was out with my friends at this like pizza place, I think, and some dude came over and he was a friend of my friend, and he was like, "Do you guys have pizza in the UK? Like seriously, do we have pizza?" Like not even sarcastic. And I was like, "Oh, you know, they banned pizza in the 80s because the Queen choked on some pizza. And, like, so now you can only buy pizza on the black market. And it's really hard because, like, you don't know the kind of quality they put in the cheese. Sometimes it's, like, rat milk and the vegetables are, like, they come from, like, the trash." And he was like, "Shit, man. England is rough." Yeah. Don't even...
Shit, man. England is rough. Honestly. Talk about gullible. Really, really gullible. I don't know where to get it from, some of these people. I really don't. I don't know. They need a lesson in life, don't they? They really do.
have pizza.
Pizza.
So some basic biatch in Costco looked at me and said, "Go back to your own country." I was with my mom who wears a headscarf. And I was like, "Honey, I have no accent. And I know there are 50 states in this greater America. Do you know that? Do you know that? Have you written 2 novels, honey? Can you spell tsunami? T-S-U-N-A-M-I. Tsunami, bitch. I mean, give me a break. When you look at foreigners and immigrants in this country and say, go back to your own country, honey, we speak better English than you do, and we have more degrees, counted degrees, than you can ever get. You basic American from Idaho. Eat your potatoes and shut your mouth.
Well, that's true, isn't it? I mean, even Americans aren't really proper Americans. The only proper Americans are the Native Americans that were there before, you know, Christopher Columbus and all that. And you ask an American who found America, and they'll all tell you it was Christopher Columbus, and he bloody well didn't. He didn't at all. The Vikings did before that.
I'd like to buy this 6-pack of beer, please. Cool, I just need to see your ID. Here you go. I can't take that. You can't take my passport? It's not a valid form of ID. You gotta have American ID to buy alcohol in America. It's an American passport. It says my birthplace is Tennessee. You gotta get an American passport to come to America. Everybody...
So Tennessee isn't in America now. I tell you, they haven't got a clue, have they? Don't even know their own bloody country.
Everybody knows that. You know that because you have one. That's not true at all. If you're such an American, why can't you just give me your driver's license? Because my wallet got stolen. And even if I did have that, you can take a passport. Let me go ask my manager if she'll make an exception.
You'll have to ask the manager. Honestly.
Hi, what seems to be the problem here? Your cashier won't let me use my passport as identification to buy beer. Yeah, you gotta have an American ID to buy alcohol in America. But that's really cool, though. I've never seen a passport before. Where are you from? Here!
Do you have Christmas in Ireland? Yes, we do. Do you have Thanksgiving in Ireland? No, we don't. Do you have Halloween in Ireland? We invented the fucking thing.
Do you have Christmas in Ireland? Yeah. Thanksgiving? No. 4th of July? Well, we have a 4th of July, but it's just another day to us. I've seen videos of Americans in Europe walking around waving an American flag and wondering why nobody else is doing it in Europe. Honestly, I don't know. They think the whole world is America, don't they? Who did you vote for? Trump? I'm English. Anyway, let's crack on.
I have made a video before about the dumb shit Americans have said to me since moving here, and almost every single day, especially when I would work at the movie theatre, I would get people coming up to me, just staring and being like, "I didn't know there were black people from England." Like, okay, keep that shit to yourself. That's embarrassing.
That's amazing. There's black people. There's black people in the UK. Well, I would never have believed that, honestly. Oh, dear.
So let's set the scene. It's early July, and I'm in Marrakesh. I've just checked into this hostel, and I'm sitting on one of these chairs here, by the pool. So this young couple from Georgia sparks up a conversation with me. So the couple invite me up to like the roof, this like roof patio thing, to see the fireworks. So we end up on the roof terrace here, mingling with various nationalities, and the Americans are asking like, does anyone know when the fireworks start? Everyone's a bit confused. Anyway, it transpires that is the 4th of July, American Independence Day. We're in Morocco. There's maybe like 10 of us all trying to explain to this American couple why they probably don't have fireworks for the 4th of July in Marrakesh, Morocco.
This is exactly what I was just saying. Everybody in America, when they go abroad, thinks the whole world celebrates the 4th of July. Let's go and see the fireworks. Why is there no fireworks? Can't understand it. It's 4th of July. There should be fireworks. Well, that's it, everybody. Short and sweet. Well, I don't know about sweet, but it gives you something to suck on. Whether it's sweet or not, that's a different tale. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, please subscribe. And guess what? I will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody. I'll see you very, very soon.